That evening, I was taking a slow walk along the riverside. Not far away, an irresistibly cute scene instantly caught my eye. A chubby little cat was carefully carrying a tiny kitten in her mouth. The mama cat moved back and forth with light yet determined steps, driven by pure curiosity and an uncontrollable sense of delight. I wondered where this cat mom was taking her precious little one. Her movements were gentle and incredibly careful. Even the surroundings seemed to soften because of their presence. In the end, she gently placed the kitten in a quiet, hidden corner, not wanting to disturb this tender moment. I stopped a little distance away. Holding my breath, I quietly watched the scene unfold. Soon enough, that familiar figure appeared again. The mama cat returned, another kitten safely held in her mouth. Not long after, she brought over a third little kitten. Just as I thought this adorable round was coming to an end, she showed up once more, carrying a fourth kitten with ease. The scene was simply too heart-melting. I couldn't take my eyes off it. Unable to resist the cuteness any longer, I slowly stepped a little closer, curious to see what this secret little spot looked like. As I approached, the sight before me completely melted my heart. 5 fluffy kittens were snuggled tightly against their mama. Their tiny heads bobbed gently as they nursed. Their little bodies seemed wrapped in a soft, milky warmth. Just as I stood there in awe, the mama cat slowly lifted her head and glanced at me. Her eyes were calm, gentle, and full of quiet confidence. She even gave a soft little meow. Almost like a polite greeting. In that moment, I felt both surprised and overjoyed. Looking again at the tiny ones snuggled together, their miniature adorable faces were simply irresistible. It felt as if the entire world was lit up by this little family. So I went home and brought back a soft, warm little bag, and a gentle idea slowly formed in my heart. I wanted to formally invite this lovely cat family to visit my home. The little bag felt like a special invitation sheet just for them. I carefully placed it nearby. The invitation felt natural and full of warmth. I softly said to the mama cat, "If you'd like, come visit my place." To me, it felt like a gentle encounter filled with pure pet companionship. Letting this little family continue to cuddle and relax in my home would truly be a beautiful kind of happiness. Soon, the mama cat quietly settled into the bag with her kittens. The little ones snuggled closely together, and the mama looked especially gentle and calm. Her expression soft and at ease, as if she had naturally accepted this tender invitation from a new friend. The whole scene felt perfectly peaceful and heartwarming. And just like that, we set off together on our little journey home. Before long, the kittens had fully moved into our home. Even though the trip back took nearly 2 hours, the little ones were surprisingly well behaved. They stayed quietly curled up in a small bag throughout the night. What really made me smile was that not a single one of them made a mess at all. The little bag remained perfectly clean. These tiny babies were unbelievably well mannered. I had already prepared a soft and cozy nest just for them. Carefully, I lifted each kitten and gently placed them inside. They instantly looked up, their little homes standing on the soft padding. They were unbelievably soft, like warm pieces of cotton, so light and delicate that I almost didn't dare to touch them. feeding position. Her expression was calm and completely natural. The little ones wiggled their chubby body toward her. They gently nudged and squeezed their way into her embrace, as if searching for their very own cozy spot. The scene was so cute, you simply couldn't look away. Their tiny mouths moved rhythmically as they nursed. Now and then, soft little milk-scented mews could be heard. Their round bellies gently rose and fell with each breath, plump like tiny balloons. The mama cat lay there quietly, letting each baby snuggle comfortably against her. Early the next morning, just as the sky began to lighten, soft little sounds came from the nest. It was as if the kittens had been gently awakened by the morning light. Each one looked full of energy. They slowly crawled around on the soft blanket. Even though their eyes were still tightly shut, their excitement to explore was undeniable. Their tiny bodies wriggled like fluffy little puffballs. Some struggled forward, while others spun around in place. Clumsy, yet irresistibly adorable, their tiny paws gently padded across the blanket, as if carefully filling out their brand new world. Every now and then, they let out soft, baby-like mews. It was unbelievably soothing to watch. The mama cat had quietly stepped outside, clearly off to tend to her own needs. She has always been almost every time she returned from outside, she would gently groom each kitten with great care, so the kittens were always kept perfectly clean by their mama. Today, the little ones who were supposed to be resting quietly in the nest somehow all ended up curled together on the blanket outside. Just then, the mama cat slowly woke up as well. She stretched out with her big, lazy yawn. It was then she suddenly realized that she was no longer in the nest. Sometimes, this mama cat also feels slightly lost. Even though she's helplessly content, she still gets a bit caught off guard by her mischievous movements. The sheerness of her slightly silly expression made it impossible not to smile. I gently picked up one of the pillows and prepared to rest Before I knew it, the little ones had been with me for a whole week. Time really flew by. It felt like only yesterday I first saw their soft, tiny faces. The weather today was especially beautiful, and I couldn't resist letting them enjoy this peaceful atmosphere outdoors. So I prepared a basket and carefully settled the little family inside. Holding them gently, I walked toward the yard. The moment we stepped outside, the kittens became noticeably excited, even though their eyes were still closed. Their enthusiasm was impossible to miss. Their tiny heads swayed from side to side non-stop, and their eagerness overflowed. Even through the basket, you could clearly feel it. Though they couldn't see anything yet. It was as if they could sense the change in the air. Fresh air, gentle sunlight, and the soft breeze drifting by all made them extra cheerful. during today's outdoor time. The mama cat didn't join our little outing. When we left, she was still curled up in the nest, fast asleep. Only her ears twitched slightly, as if she had no intention of getting up. Maybe she was just too tired from the night before. So I decided to let her rest a little longer. After all, this hard-working cat mom pretty much stayed up all night on duty. The little ones didn't rest for even a moment. Their nest was lively the entire night. Kittens rolled around on the soft blanket like tiny wind-up toys. And the mama cat stayed by their side patiently the whole time. No matter how much the little rascals wriggled around, she kept gently adjusting her posture, making room again and again to keep them comfortable. If a kitten rolled too far away, she nudged it back with her nose. If one wandered in the wrong direction, she shifted slightly to guide it. So, the mama cat hardly slept at all last night. And now, taking the kittens outside for fresh air every day, it has become my steady little daily joy. As long as the weather is good, I place them gently in the soft basket and walk into the yard under the warm sunlight, letting them enjoy this tiny moment of nature's comfort. Sunlight falls softly on their delicate fur, their tiny bodies warm, their little heads wiggling non-stop. They let out soft baby-like meows, as if greeting the world in their own tiny language. Their pure, innocent cuteness is enough to melt anyone's heart. Today marks the 10th day since the kittens came into my life. And for me, it's an especially meaningful day. Because the little ones finally opened their eyes, clumsy and confused. Their eyes were just tiny watery slits, filled with a bit of uncertainty and adorable blankness. But at that moment, my heart was deeply touched. That shift from seeing nothing at all to sensing the world for the first time, it was both exciting and incredibly moving. Watching them blink softly and look around, as if everything around them was brand new and full of wonder. Their tiny heads tilted left and right, clumsy but determined, as if trying hard to adjust to the light, or secretly memorizing the world they were seeing for the first time. From tiny babies who struggled even to roll over, to now slowly opening their eyes to explore. Every change has been so real, so gentle. Like a slow but endlessly delightful journey of growth. And here I am, staying by their side, watching them transform bit by bit. A feeling of quiet joy and deep contentment fills my heart. It feels as if these tiny moments are quietly enriching my own life. Perhaps it's exactly these small, genuine moments that make ordinary days feel so beautiful. To witness their first time opening their eyes, to feel their innocence as they see the world for the very first time. I can only feel unbelievably lucky. It turns out happiness can be this simple. Just sitting in the sunlight, watching a few tiny pairs of eyes begin to respond to the world with soft curiosity.